Julie Brueggerman. Give it up for Julie Brueggerman. Let's see some scores. All right, how many people when she was going, the truth is on fire. Don't need no lies, let them motherfuckers burn. Let's see some scores. 1, 2. Is that in the right way? Yeah, is that the right way? Are you sure? Because you about to get your ass kicked. I'm just saying. Alrighty then, from the East German judge, we give that a 5.9. We do offer escort services to your car, but not for you, cockman oppressor. We have an 8.6, an 8.7, a 9, and our night's first 10! Give it up for Julie Brueggerman. Oh shit, it's a competition, I told you. We're gonna drop the high, we're gonna drop the low, we're gonna add the 3 in the middle. What do we get? Fingers furiously flying. 26.3, ladies and gentlemen, the highest score so far. But I know somebody who has something to say about that. Give it up for our next reader, Stephanie Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Stephanie Williams. Stephanie Williams, ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Williams. Again, the whole time she was doing that, I was going 6, 15, 16, 23, 48, 6, 15, 16, 23, 48. Anybody watch Lost? I'm freaking addicted, absolutely addicted. Put up some scores. I think Hurley, okay, you're about to be burnt. Okay, that's better. They're gonna drag you out kicking and screaming, fool. Put up your scores. Look at Mr. Republican. He's like, hate me, bitches. I don't care. Hate me. What do y'all think about a 7.8? What do you think about an 8? An 8. A 9.8 and a 10. Give it up. Drop the high and the low, add the 3 in the middle. What do we got?
25.8 with a point deduction for going over.
So that adds up to
24.9.
24.9. Give it up for Stephanie Williams. We don't care about any time penalty. And give it up for our next reader, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mama Blue. Give it up for Mama Blue. That was Mama Blue. Give it up for Mama Blue. Zaire Imani. Let's see some scores. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not tried the local delicacy known as gooey butter cake, you are missing a little piece of heaven. Give it up for Kummel's Cafe for letting us do it here tonight. When we do our break, do yourself a favor on the break and get some of that gooey butter. Oh my God, cake, it's so freaking good. I don't know what's in it, but it's gooey and it's buttery and it's cake. Put up some scores. Okay, we have a 1.3. I'm totally kidding. It's not a 1.3. Dude, did you hear the silence? They were like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. We have an 8.9, a 9.2, a 10, a 10, a 10. Give it up for Zaire Imani. That's a 29.2, highest score so far. Give it up for Mama Blue. And let's get Tara to come up here and do another round of raffle ticketing. Get out your raffle tickets.
Attention's driving me wild.
I have no idea what that means. You guys ready for the next person? We just had this mad rush of people jumping in going, I want to read, I want to read, I want to read. So I'm like, okay, good, you're next. Give it up for this person who just now, 30 seconds ago, walked in and said, is there space? I said, yeah, you're on next. Give it up for Chris Locke. Right up the street, that's Chris Locke. Give it up for Chris Locke. Let's see some scores. And all this talk of fast food for Thanksgiving at my family's house in Wichita, Kansas, we did this special thing where we took like a Big Mac and put it inside a Whopper and put it inside a chalupa. We call it the Big Mwapaloopa. And that's how they do it in Wichita, Kansas. Put them up in the air for the Big Mwapaloopa. We have an 8.9. We have a 9.0. We have a 9.4. We have a 9.8. And from the Canadian judge, a 10. Give it up for Chris Locke. Who hates Canada? Nobody hates Canada. They're like, where are you from? Canada. All right, go ahead. Where are you from? Wichita. Kill him! Let's see some adding. I'm sorry?
28.
That's a 28.2. Give it up for Chris Locke. We have another person who walked in behind Chris Locke and was like, do you have space? And I went, yes. You're next. Give it up for Kenya De La Roche, ladies and gentlemen, up on this stage. No, Kenya De La Roche. Give it up for Kenya. Let's see some scores. So in Lincoln, they had pancakes for peace. And so I brought up some to the mic and I was like, look guys, pancakes for peace. And I ate it and I went, wait a second, I got the pancakes for oppression. What's going on here? Nobody laughed then either. Okay, put up some scores. I thought it would work this time. 7.5, 8, 8, 9.0, and a 9.8. Give it up for Kenya, ladies and gentlemen. This is her first slam ever. Give it up again for Kenya. She'll be back. That's a 25.0. Not bad at all for the very first time slamming. First time I slammed, 22.1. Yeah. That was last week. Anyway, so, ladies and gentlemen, give me a drum roll, please. Our next reader is my favorite local reader here in St. Louis. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause for our very last reader in the first round. It's Marcel Toussaint. Let's see some scores. She's like, good scores, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop! You guys remember that game show? No whammies, no whammies. Okay, let's see some scores. Hold them up.
Love you guys. I'm an activist, political activist, right here.
Okay, hush up, Kenya. Get on my last nerve. I'm gonna kick you in the head. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, Mr. Republican with his powder blue sweater vest and his DEA hat, confirming my suspicions, gives it a lovely 6.6. What do you think of that? We have a 7.6, a 7.8, an 8, and an 8.2. Give it up for Kenya De La Roche. Let's see some score. Action. Furiously. 23.4, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Kenya. And keep it going for our next reader. His name is Chris Locke. Give it up for Chris Locke. That's Chris Locke. Give it up for Chris Locke. I see some scores. I love a poem that has the phrase, "I'ma bust you in the chin" in it. Marcel, your next poem, make sure it has the line, "I'ma bust you in the chin." And your scores will multiply. Can you imagine? I'm going to read a poem for you now. It's called "I'ma bust you a cap in your ass." Fool represents. If you step to me, you'll be wrecked. Can you imagine? That would be really cool. Put up some scores. Why did you let me just talk like this? Why did you shut me up? Put some scores up. We have a 9, 9.0, a 9.1, a 9.7, a 10, and a 10. Give it up for Chris Locke. 28.8, very good score. Give it up for Chris Locke. And keep it going for our next reader. Her name is Mama Blue. Give it up for Mama Blue. Josiah Imani, Mama Blue, give it up. I see some scores. I think I'm gonna start a band called the United Snakes of I'm Scaring Ya. It's gonna be a metal band. We'll do metal versions of Dr. Seuss songs. I don't know. Green Egg. Okay, sorry. Hold them up high. 9.4, 9.5, 9.8, a 10, and a 10. Give it up for Mama Blue. Stephanie Williams. Give it up for Stephanie Williams. Let's see some scores. I see 1. I see 2. Y'all remember Romper Room? Yeah. I see green. I see blue. All right, one more in the back. They never said Eric. They never said I see Eric. There was Johnny and Billy and Susie. They never saw Eric when they looked. What? I see Billy. I see Mama Blue in St. Louis. That would suck. You guys have no idea what we're talking about. 8.9, 8.2, a 9, a 9.7, and a 9.8. Give it up for Stephanie Williams. Let's see some score. Action, adding. Don't make me beatbox again. All right, here we go. My name is Big Papa. Watch me while I drop a poem on your dome. Shine it up like chrome. Make you move your mama back into a nursing home. I'm a slam barbarian, a pain librarian. Make a cattle rancher turn into a vegetarian. Make Sir Lancelot think that he is made Marian. Turn a regular inn into a scary inn. Okay, that's it. Cut it. What's the score? 27.6. Give it up for Stephanie Williams. And keep it up going for our next reader, Julie Bregerman. Give it up for Julie. Just Julie Bregerman. Give it up for Julie. Let's see some scores. Come on. Don't make me freestyle. Friends don't let friends freestyle. We have a 9.0, a 9.1, a 9.9, and a 10, and a 10. Give it up for Julie. Yo, I'm cooking up lyrics like I was a chef, see? I give you rhymes and punishment like Dostoevsky. My rhymes are warm wool slippers, put your cold ass feet in, they'll lock you up like Alexander Solzhenitsyn. He's a political prisoner in Russia. Before you step to me, you better back the fuck off. I got more plays than Anton Chekhov. All right, let's see some scores. 29.0, give it up for Julie. And keep it going for our last poet of the entire Poetry Slam. His name is Kingpin. Give it up for Kingpin, ladies and gentlemen. So check it out. I'd like to end the night with one more poem, if that's okay. It's a very short one. You know what April is? It's awareness of violence against women. You guys aware of this? To me, I don't watch television anymore because I feel that the programming on it is a violence against women. The values they project in the movies and the commercials, the low self-esteem they inject into women simply so they can sell them something to make them feel better, I think is a violence against women. That's why I do not watch television. I haven't owned one for 15 years nearly. I ain't standing for that crap. I've seen too many lovely, amazing, incredible, powerful people driven insane by their fucking values. I'm going to read a poem about that. It's not my poem. It's my poem, but it's not my experience. A woman named Ellen let me borrow her experience so I could write a poem about it and share it with you. So this is for her. A key to understanding her is understanding Tiger Lily. She introduced me to Tiger Lily about 2 weeks after we met. Tiger Lily is what she calls her period. And there's a magical lilt to her voice when she speaks of it, and a gravity. All the girls in the treatment center where she spent 6 months named their periods. It was a ritual of healing and rebirth, a sacred ceremony marking the time when her tiny body had healed enough to bleed again. A celebration that the 75 pounds of flesh wrapping her thin bones had blossomed to 85 or 90 pounds, just enough to flick hidden switches in her body and reawaken the dormant womanhood held captive by hunger. When she bled again, for the first time, she wept ferociously, reclaiming her body and reconnecting with every curve and every hollow, refusing for good the fight of finger and throat that burned her tongue with acid and etched the enamel from her smile and distanced her soul from her flesh. The other night, we walked to the 24-hour diner near campus, holding hands and smiling. As we talked, and absent-mindedly rubbed bare legs together under the table like grasshoppers, she picked bits of my blueberry pancake and plopped them into her mouth. Little bites. And I realized it was the first time I had ever seen her eat. She still struggles. She's a vegetarian who skips lunches far too often. She smokes too much. She still drinks Diet Coke. Her 5'1" frame is all gossamer and willow branches, but there is a determination in her gaze that radiates to every limb. A solemn promise she made to herself to never again chase Tiger Lily away. Thank you guys. Good night.